Hello lovelies, thank you for stopping by and having a watch. I want to talk about Kerry Katona. Why, I hear you ask? I had a dream and it inspired me to talk about Kerry Katona. I'm just using her as an example. This can be applied to anybody, okay? Poor Kerry. Yeah and no. Yeah, some of it she's brought on herself, and others I don't think she needs to deal with. But my main issue here is her whole, I don't take drugs. Because she doesn't finish that sentence very well, does she? When she didn't take drugs, she should have said, I don't take drugs anymore. And when she was saying, I don't take drugs, she should have said, I don't take certain drugs. I know, I'm pedantic. But what's your point, I hear you cry? Well, my point is I'm not one of these, oh, you shouldn't do that because it's bad, or you should try this because it's good, because I don't promote drugs in any way. I'm a bit like Bill Hicks, God rest his soul. Bill was a very fine man, and he was a case of, why don't you hear any good drug stories on the news? He took drugs and he had a good time. He didn't lose his job or his home, or he didn't beat his wife. You know, he just took some drugs and laughed his ass off. I can see his point. So, I'm not saying let's all go and get high. But what I'm saying is, I certainly don't say you avoid certain opportunities in your life that might bring you a certain richness. But nevertheless, people, I have a fundamental belief, and it is, when you bring a life into this world, whether you're a woman who has a baby, or you're a father who has relations with a woman who gives birth, you have a certain responsibility. No longer are you solely in charge of your own being, but now you have to look after a smaller version of yourself. Now, Kerry, bless her, she's got 3 girls and a boy, 4. Can't count this morning. So my question is what would happen if she died? And I'm not talking about getting run over by a bus or dropping dead from a brain aneurysm, and I don't wish that on anybody. Say if she goes out one night and she decides she's going to have a good time by adding something into her bloodstream. Anything, drug of her choice. If she wished, if that's what she does. Again, I don't want to be sued for saying she does take it or she doesn't take it. I don't know. She hasn't told me. We're not friends. But say for argument's sake she does take drugs, and she takes drugs on this particular evening, and it's mixed with something that isn't good for you, or it's the best stuff ever known to man and it's too pure for her body to deal with, and she dies. That's it. She's deprived her children of a mother. I think you know what my next word's going to be. Selfish! Anybody who does that. You choose to put yourself in unnecessary danger, and you have children. You're selfish! I'm sorry, I feel like I'm embodied Jeremy Kyle here. If you're a mum or a dad, and you choose to do something as crazy as that, nah, that's not good. Who's going to look after your kids? What do you really want somebody to kneel down in front of your child and say, I'm really sorry, but mummy stroke daddy's never coming back? It's heartbreaking. It really is. It's heartbreaking. So there we go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to get my point across with this. A bit like one of the other videos when I was saying about naked women. I'm not for them, but I'm not against them. And if I could wear nice underwear like that, I would. But think about it, people. You know? How much does an E cost? And I'm not necessarily talking about the street value. I'm talking about the humanity cost as well. So there we go, guys. That was a bit serious. Something to chew on. I wish Kerry Katona all the best. And may happiness find her. And she does become truly, truly happy. Because I don't know about her condition. I do read snippets. Like the proper things that, like the interviews that she gives. And she talks about her bipolar disease. And I wish her well. But and I'm sorry I used her as a example, but she's a person that I know may have taken drugs at some point and has children. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope it's given you something to think about. As always, toodles.